Hello, welcome back, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I am going to do a review of the Frozen Fortress, which is a Superman ink by Ferris Wheel Press. I hope you enjoy this, and as always, if there are any other inks or colors that you would like to see reviews of, just let me know. So, Ferris Wheel Press has several licensed products, they call them, different inks that they've made, inks, pens, and accessories and things that they may have made for certain licensed, I guess, products. I don't know. Basically, so Superman is one of those. All right, so we got Superman. They've done Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings that I'm aware of. There were some more, I think, before that, but I don't think those are available anymore. This still might be available. So you've got the Superman logo here in Boston Gold. Got Superman flying back on the back here, and then here it gives you some information. Pretty artwork. This is the bottom of the box, and this is going to be another one of those inks where the bottle shape is different from their normal bottles. So here's how that looks with the clouds. It's really pretty. Alright, and this is what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to pull this out here. Try not to destroy the box. So this color, they have three different Superman colors. I like this one the most, just looking at the different swatches they had on the website. This is a very cool, bluish kind of color, like a teal blue or something, and it's got shimmers. It's very pretty. So I'm just going to try to get these shimmers to mix in real quick. Just got to shake this a little more violently, I think. There we go. All right. You see how beautiful this is. So the other two colors, they have one, I think it's just supposed to be the Superman colors. It's blue and red. And then there's another ink that's red. I think it's like called Scarlet Metropolis, I think. But anyways, it's a beautiful red color. So if I can get my hands on those, we will review those as well. But this is what it looks like here. It's got the pretty embossed Ferris Wheel Press and then Superman logo and the Frozen Fortress on there. All right, so if you're new here, what I do is I review these on 3 different kinds of paper. I do the regular copy paper, which is this. I've got HP 32 paper and Tomo River paper, and these are cut down to size so that I'm not wasting as much paper. And I will be shaking the bottle in between each one to make sure that the shimmers are evenly dispersed and all that. So before we start though, I would like to do a swatch because I tend to forget. I put it on top of my water so I wouldn't forget this time. All right, gotta get those shimmers mixed in again. And I find sometimes they get, they settle into the cap, so even after everything is mixed, I like to give it a little extra. Okay, I'm going to use this to kind of lay the ink down on the swatch. And then at the end of the video, that should give it enough time to dry so that we can see how that looks. So, get this out of here. Okay, that looks good. Give this a little stir. Look how pretty that is. It's really pretty. See, it's like an icy blue teal kind of a color. It's almost like a peacock blue when you lay it down like this. So this is a really thick layer of ink. Normally when you write, well, at least I'm assuming it's not going to look quite like this, but we'll see. That's what these reviews are for. Put a little extra ink there, and then I'll just kind of, sometimes I'll color outside the lines a little bit, see if we can get some different, levels of ink. All right, rinse that off. Then we gotta write the name. And mix it. This ink pot is shallow enough where I can mix it a little bit. Okay, this was Frozen Fortress. Getting it on my fingers. This is Ferris Wheel Press, and this for Superman. All right, so rinse that off. So we have a fresh one. All right, Now luckily this type of bottle comes with a little rubber stopper, so I don't have to twist the whole cap on. I should be able to shake it just like this in between. We'll test that anyway. If it fails, then I'll have a very colorful desk. All right, so this is not dry yet, but you can kind of get an idea of how that's going to look. We'll set that aside. Okay, and this is regular copy paper. We'll start with that. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, it looks like it is working. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Do some tests here. So when did you see your first Superman show or movie or whatever? I think when I was little I remember seeing cartoons, but I did also see some of the older shows, like the movies that were made. I thought that those are pretty cool. It's interesting to see the changes in like the costumes and everything over the years. And also like the different, I'm assuming their budget might have been different for some movies and shows and cartoons and things. So, you know, that kind of makes things a little bit different in each one. And of course, all the different actors and things, because they've been, I don't know, actually, I was going to say they've been making the movies for a long time, but I don't actually know how long they've been making Superman movies. I really haven't seen anything since I was a kid, but I do know that they went on longer than that because people were talking about them, but I just didn't watch them. Okay, this is Ferris Wheel Press. And this is copy paper. Okay, so as expected, this is a beautiful shimmery ink, so of course the shimmers show up just fine. I've never had a problem with any of Ferris Wheel Press inks that had shimmers. They all seem to perform very well on all types of paper. So this looks like it is one of those that's going to just perform well. And it's a really, this color is just really pretty. They had, like I said, they had two others, the red and blue for Superman and then the red for Scarlet Metropolis. It might be, I hope that name is correct. But anyways, I thought this was unusual and I wanted to try it out. And if I can get the other two, I'll review those also. Nice shimmers, very pretty color. This would be excellent for probably any kind of paper, I imagine. You know, any kind of like notebook paper or whatever. I don't see there being any kind of problem with that. It'll probably look really good. So this is definitely another winner. All right, let's try the HP 32 paper and see if there's any difference. And then at the end, we'll show them all together, you know, next to each other and see how they look. And if you get HP 32 paper, it's a little bit thicker than normal copy paper. So yeah, that's why I keep trying to peel off one sheet because it feels like I have two. Okay, I'll give that a good shake. And if you want to try shimmer inks, you won't need to shake the bottle the whole time you're using them, because you can put these in like a little tiny ink bottle or something and stir that instead with just use like the tip of your pen. All right. So this paper is smoother than regular copy paper. So that's one big difference. It seems to affect how the ink performs. And I don't know for sure, but I think what's happening is it's taking longer for the ink to dry. So it has a chance to show off its different properties before it fully dries on the page. But that is just been my observation. I don't know if that's really what's causing it. Frozen Fortress, Ferris Wheel Press, and this is HP 32 paper. We'll put a little more ink down here. But the shimmers on this are really pretty. It's got like silvery, I think it's silver shimmers. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes because the ink will be really pretty, and when it mixes, especially with silver shimmer, it seems to look slightly different depending on what color ink you have it in. All right, let's take a look at that. Yeah, that's really pretty. The shimmers in this perform even better on this paper, even though they did great on copy paper. So we'll take a look at that at the end. All right, and we'll put the stopper back in. Have to clean the cap off. There we go. Shake that again for this one. This is the Tomoe River paper. Alright, let's give this a try. Oops, there we go. The Tomoe River paper usually does great with shimmer inks. I've never had a problem. I think this would be really pretty to paint with, but I don't know how light fast their inks are. I know they have calligraphy ink that you cannot put in a fountain pen, and that is supposed to be light fast, but I haven't tested it. And you need to have like calligraphy nibs to use it, or really you should, because you'll wreck other things you put it on. Oops, frozen. I cannot write and speak at the same time. That was supposed to be 2 S's. Okay, Ferris Wheel Press. And this is Tomoe River paper. And we'll lay down a little more ink here. So on this paper, it takes a lot longer for the ink to dry. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. It takes a few extra seconds, but it seems to really give the ink time to like pool and do all this cool stuff. The shading, this has some fantastic shading on the edges now that, you know, we can actually see it because it's the ink's being allowed to like pool on the edges. So this is a beautiful ink on this paper from what I can see, and I really do hope, I hope the camera picks this up, because this is definitely, like, this ink was fantastic on all the other papers, but on this it's really showing off its beautiful shading and other properties. Okay, let's put that. I gotta clean the cap again. Okay, let's put this back on. Alright, so that's how that looks. Very, very pretty. We'll give this a minute. I'm giving this a minute here to dry. And these boxes help hold the bottles still, which is nice in shipping. They're not getting all banged about. So I appreciate the effort that went into the design of the boxes. Okay, set that aside so it doesn't get damaged. Okay. So let's see. This still needs, the big blobs at the top need some more time to dry, but the rest looks pretty dry. It's got some lovely shimmer, so we'll set that down. I want to see how this, and we'll get the light out too so we can compare them under the light. So copy paper, HP 32, and Tomoe River. And then I've got that swatch that we made, which is over here. And it's just beautiful, and you can see the lovely shimmers in there, and the shading, and then in the lettering down at the bottom. It looks really, really pretty. So let me get the light so that we can see these all together, because the amount of shimmer in this, the way it looks with the ink is just gorgeous. Yeah, see, so here's the copy paper. You can see the shimmer on the far left. The shimmer just looks great. No issues with that at all. In the middle there, we've got the HP 32 paper, and the shimmers just look fantastic as well. The whole thing just looks really good. And then the Tomoe River paper, again, beautiful shimmers, but also it's got that shading around the edges where it's a little bit darker. I'll move the light away and see if it, do you see that? It's just so pretty. And then here's that swatch we made. And you can see with the light how it just picks up the shimmers. That's one of the problems with cameras, is they don't always show you what you see in real life, and I have to bring in extra lighting. So I'm hoping, I think I have a solution possibly to this lighting situation that I'll be trying soon. We'll see. But anyways, this is a beautiful ink. It's a lovely, like cool toned, bluish teal color, or like a peacock blue kind of. Beautiful, beautiful shimmers, and it looks like it even has some shading when you use it on the Tomo River paper. And it just performs so well. It's very, very, the color is very saturated. Not sure what else to say about it. It's beautiful. So yes, if you would like to try some ink from Ferris Wheel Press, what I would tell you, if you have not purchased from them before, I have a link down below. It's like a referral link. So if you click on that, it gets you a discount. And once you've made your first order, whatever you want to order, and you don't have to use the link to order, you can just go directly there and do it. It's just, but just my link gives you a discount is all. But anyway, once you've ordered from them, you can sign up to be on their, it's like there's like a point reward system that they have. I forget what it's called, but anyway, join their point reviews, or their point, sorry. Point reviews is not what it's called. Anyways, whatever it is their point system. Join that, because what you can do after that is every day you can spin the wheel, and whenever you spin the wheel, they give you points, and the points you can save up, and you can get discounts. You can get free random pots of ink, or free pens, or they've got like these little neat little tins that you can store stamps in or whatever. They have all sorts of cool things. So anyways, and that it's free to join the system, the reward program. That's what I was looking for. Their points reward program. It's free to join the program, but you have to, I think you have to make an order first to actually be on the program. And then once you've done that and you collect your points and everything, you'll be good to go. So I highly recommend doing that, whether you use my link or not. But yeah. And if there's any links that you'd like to see me review, if there's anything you'd like to see, definitely let me know. Any colors you'd like to see, let me know. And thank you again for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. It was great having you along. You have a wonderful day.